Hello my crafty friends, this is Sheree. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel Turquoise Dreaming, and I wanted to share today with you a new project and what I've been working on this week as far as behind the scenes and on my lunch break. I do crafting on my lunch break at work. So yeah, I'm working on this sewing pattern journal, and I'm going to do the next one. I'll show you how I made the cover on video. I'm going to make, maybe a couple more. So this one I wasn't sure what I was going to do, how I was going to do the cover, because I've made these before, and I've made the covers in different ways. So I was kind of like, trying to figure out how I want to do this one. So this is how it ended up. I do like this way because I used file folder for the base, and I like it because I can put it on here and it's nice and smooth. And you can see this pattern, or this sewing pattern, was in envelope. It was an envelope, and it was in very good condition. There was no rips or tears, and these ladies on the front are so cute in their little outfits. I think this was from the 60s. I think it was 1968. The copyrights in 1968. Some of them don't have copyrights on them, and some of them do. And I didn't go through, like, I have a lot of sewing pattern envelopes, and I didn't go through them and, like, I wasn't picky on what I wanted to pick out and do. I have them because I have quite a few, so I have them stored in different places. I don't have enough room to put them all together, it seems. And so I went through this one drawer of the ones I've picked up when I first started, like the first ones I ever found and I brought home. There's a little drawer here in my craft room, and I went through there and I just pulled some right at the front. I didn't go for certain colors or styles or anything, but this was one of them. And I think it's super cute. Like I said, here's what I did with the front. The pages are not sewn in. I'm not done putting in pages yet. So I'll show you. I'm going to show you the pages a little bit, and the books I'm pulling from. So I'm going to show you some of my supplies that I'm using. But this is how I ended up doing the cover. I've done each time I do these, I've done them a little differently. You know what I mean? Like, just whatever at the time I think that I would like and that you all would like. So as I said, here's the cover. On this one, I don't think I've always sewn around, but this one I used my favorite stitch, number 17, on my brother Project Runway. I always kind of talk about it. It's my favorite stitch, and I did it in this color of thread to match. You can see she has on a red kind of gingham blouse, a red belt, and I've got fingernail polish on me. I didn't know that. I just gave myself a pedicure. Pedicure. Her little vest has a kind of burgundy trim. So that's why I used my favorite stitch, and I used this kind of burgundy thread. And I picked out some pretty matching fabric. It's got little flowers on it. And then I added this large rickrack on the front and back. Here's the back, by the way. I sewed all the way around the whole outside of the cover. And so the back was also, look how pretty that is. It was also in good shape. The flap wasn't in great shape, the little, flap. So I did take that off. I do have it here, though, in case I can use it in making some ephemera or something. And I added this little kind of blue and red and white yo-yo, which matches all of their colors. And, you don't always have to be matchy-matchy, but I just happened to have these things that matched. And I thought they were really cute all together. As it came together, I thought it looked super cute. And then here's some also burgundy ribbon for the closure, which I already put in. So when you open up on the inside, I used, here's the inside of the cover. I used fabric in the spine, just like I do with almost every journal I make, whether it's, got a, 1.5-inch spine, like that's my standard spine, or no, basically just a one signature type little folded spine like this. But I thought it was cute in here, and it adds a lot when the pages are in. You can see the same fabric on the inside and out. There's that big rig rack, and in here I liked how when you open, when the pages are in, you're going to see this. red and white gingham that matches her shirt. I thought that was pretty cute. And then I had this one piece of this measuring tape cardstock scrapbook paper, and I used it as the first page with a little pocket here, and I also use it as pockets right here, a little piece, right there, and right there, little tuck spot type pockets. So, and they're open over here, so you can get something bigger than the pocket in there, because, the cover goes all the way over here. But I didn't want to cover up any of this with a pocket, so that's why I did just a little tuck spot. The corner is rounded right here, so it looks really cute there. And like I said, you can put something bigger. Say you have a big tag or something, whatever. You can tuck it in there, seeing how it sticks out. You can have something sticking out there, and so it's not sewn here or anywhere, so it's not restrictive, except for the width of this inside cover. So, and then the back is the same inside, and you can see the sewing through here too. So it looks really cute. It's coming along. Here's what I have so far. I'm going to show you the books, but some really fun papers from different sewing books that I have. Look at this, how it even matches the colors. I did kind of, as I looked for pages, go for some colors that would blend, coordinate with colors. This is wallpaper, and it had this pretty kind of almost dark pink flower that goes along with all the colors. And then if it didn't match or whatever, this is kind of neutral, but I thought it was really a cute page from a sewing book. This was the cover of an embroidery or cross stitch book here, this cardstock cover. And so I'm trying to see what I did. What did I do here? I did it a few days ago. So on this one, like I said, it was a cover. You can kind of tell if I turn it like this. And it's cardstock, so it's pretty thick. And I reinforced it here because it's very thick, and I felt like it was going to crack. You know how thick cardstock sometimes cracks when you fold it, so I felt like it was going to crack. So I put a piece of scrap wallpaper there. That's nice and strong. And then I also lined it with some, let's see, I guess it goes this way, with some pattern tissue. So that's what you see here. And then I sewed around it with that same thread in my favorite, number 17 stitch. So there's that. And then this is probably a cross stitch book. I think that this is from this book. And then a page from a sewing book. And this was just a piece of matching, coordinating cardstock that I had in this color. And I lined that with the pattern instructions from this pattern. You can see the ladies here, same as the ladies on the front. So it's from this pattern. You've got the number there and everything, but I lined this cardstock with that piece that has the little picture on it, and it's all little pieces to the pattern there. And anyway, put it on, adhered it, and sewed around with my favorite stitch there. So that's what I've got so far as pages. Let me show you some of the books, like in case you're new, or maybe you want to look out for some sewing supplies. Any kind of sewing supplies kind of is fair game, but I'll show you what I have picked up over the last quite a few years. Like, I don't know, I'm going to say 5-6 years. I've picked these up over the last 5 or 6 years, probably. Maybe more, I'm not sure, but this one here, I've been working with this week, and basically, here's all my scraps from pages I made into, pages from the book I made into pages for a journal, and I used this one as a template, or the page size that I have in here as a template. I took it to work, and it was just kind of having some, I wanted to do something different, so I took this book and I kind of, a lot of the pages I took out as single pages like this, but every page is awesome, like every page in this book, this stitch by stitch, it says Top Tour Star Books on the back. I think I got this for like 85 cents or something. It has a price here, but that's not the price I paid. I got it at a different Goodwill where the prices are less. But than that, like they go, I think I got it at the bins. You know, so a lot of the stuff at the bins goes into your regular Goodwill where they try to sell it, and this has a price of $2.49. And then if it doesn't sell, kind of they a lot of times will move it over to the bins where everything's like the books at mine are actually I probably the books for a good number of years were 75 cents, and then a few years ago they went up, or a couple years ago they went up to 85 cents. So anyway, but this I probably, if I got it at the bins, I paid 75 cents. But anyway, so a lot of the pages I have as single pages, and I can use them for pages, in my journal, or I can use them to make ephemera or whatever when I look at the page, I can just figure out what I want to do with it. So I'll show you, like, every page has some great, look at this, great sewing pictures and patterns and things on it, instructions, all that kind of stuff. There's no like all text pages, I don't think. If there was, there could be one in here. I can't guarantee 100% there's no, but I know when I was working on it on my lunch break, I was like, this is an amazing book. I knew it was, but I hadn't looked at it, and I hadn't made a sewing journal in over a year, like a sewing pattern journal. So, yeah, I haven't probably looked at this in over a year, so kind of forgot what was in here. Look, every page, look at this, all your supplies there. And then I took some out and left them. I was able to get some out. Trying to get back to them here as 2 pages together. So this book was sewn in. So if you want to, you can probably get most of the pages out as big, double pages like this. I just cut the strings and then carefully remove them. So you can see again, every page, like I said, has something great on it. So that's this one, with this lady on the front. I've sold one of these too. I got more than one of these. Like I had this one, and then a couple years later I ran across another one, and I got it and sold it in my in one of my shops. So yeah, it's I haven't found any more, but the 2, I think I've only found 2 in my whole thrifting. But anyway, you can find them out there. They are out there in the wild. I don't have the cover, the title, probably from the 70s, but I don't have the copyright right here. And then this one is another one I love. I've sold this one too in my shop. As far as I found more than one. I might have found more than 2, but I only kept one because they're so thick. Look at that. So thick. And then this one I love too. Complete Guide to Needlework. I'm just showing it to you in case you see it. Look at the back. Isn't that cool? And I've shown you, like, I probably showed you this before, and I've probably showed it to you in a Thrifty Thursday, but like every page in here, first of all, it's a nice landscape, kind of wide page. So these are real easy to keep upright because they're wide. You could just fold them in half. You might have to cut off a little tiny bit of the blank space around the edges. But every page in here is also got all kinds of sewing stuff on it. Instructions, pictures, just really cool. And it's all kinds of sewing in here too. Like all kinds of, it's called needlework. So all kinds of needlework, knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, needlepoint, just, all kinds of, so there's all kinds of different stitches on, throughout the whole book. Just every page is awesome. So, and this one, do I have the copyright in here? Just a FYI type of thing. This one is from 1979. So that's another one that I have in my stash. And this one, I've taken some pages out because I love, look at this. It has all these little sewing things around the edges of some of the pages here. But this is another one that is so thick. Or is this the cover of this one? No, I don't think this is the cover of this one. Is it? Yeah, this, I'm getting confused because I have another sewing book that I didn't get out. And I haven't used any of the pages for this journal yet, so I didn't get that one out. But, so here's the cover on this one, if you wanted to look. These are a little more, these are different. These are that, if you can see the paper, it's browning and it's just this kind of neutral colored background. But I guess all the pages have that little frame with the sewing supplies and things around the outside of each page. And then each page again, look at the colors here. Each page is so cute. Yeah, so I did put one of these pages in there. And yeah, it was a little bit, I had to decide how I wanted to put it in. I kind of wanted to keep it upright, but then I would have had to cut off some of this frame and maybe cover it up or something to put two pages together to make them, upright. So I said, no, I can't do it. This is too cool, this frame, so it is a sideways page. But for good reason, right? Had to keep that frame. I mean, look at all this cool stuff in here, all these cool illustrations. Just awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, this was the cover. And again, another really super thick book. Looks like I've taken out the first few. Let me see if they're here as far as copyright. No. See, here's some I made into pages already. I cut them down and, 1979. But see, I cut off the outside. See how it has the outside kind of blank border? I cut that off and then just kept the inner frame there. And then it's not like, it's from, like I said, you just saw 1979, but it's not like brittle or anything. It's not like when I fold it, it doesn't look like it's going to crack or come apart or anything. So still really good, even though it's kind of like not the best paper in the world probably. It still feels sturdy. And so yeah, that's what I did. I had got these two pages ready. It's just the title page and the contents page here, one of the contents pages. But yeah, pretty cool, I thought. So working with that one. So that's all the books I have out right here. And then let's see. Oh, let me show you what I've been up to this week as far as crafting behind the scenes and on my lunch break. Besides making pages, let's see. Where are the pages? Okay, we're going to try to work on this in a minute. We should have some time to do a little work on it. But let me show you this just one second. Okay, so what I was working on this week is I was finishing off. I actually finished, if you guys have been watching, I always talk about my book page tags that I made like over a year ago that I've been trying to decorate and finish. Like, I just made the plain book page tags and 3 layers of book pages, glued them together, cut, they're cut out. So anyway, this is I have some more I have to still sew around, but these are some that I worked on this week. And I just had a magazine and I saw some pretty patterns in there of these flowers, and so I decided to put them on. The back has the green paper I've been using in the last little bit of these to have writing space on the back. And then the front is the pretty paper I found in a magazine. And look how pretty it is. I sewed around it with some of the burgundy thread I have in my sewing machine for the sewing journal. So I just went ahead and used that thread. I didn't want to, change the thread out or anything. And then I added these little top, fabric scraps I had in my fabric scrap little drawer I have in here. So, and I thought, try to pick out colors that look cute with the tag. So those I finished off, writing space, cute tags, floral, pretty patterns. And then on those, and then I had cut out of that book with the black and white photographs that I showed you. It's photographs of, and they're all different sizes, and it's really thick, that book, if you remember, if you saw that book. If you didn't, that's what it is. And this just, paper, pages and pages of photos. So I had cut out some. I still have a lot to cut out, but I kind of got tired of cutting those out. So I just finished off the ones that I had already cut out, and this is them. And so one of my subscribers suggested making them look like Polaroids, so I had made some into cards, like using this same white kind of card stock that I recycle, that I get from work. And so I made cards and then put a little picture on the front. And I made, what was the last thing I made? Just journaling cards, I guess it was. And then these I made more to look like Polaroid, so I just cut out a bigger piece of white cardstock, and you can see I left, you know, a big space to look like a Polaroid and a little frame around. So these are, you know, kind of faux Polaroid pictures, but they're really cute pictures. They're not just, you know, like these are taken from, it looks like from an actual movie or TV show that these celebrities were in. This one is a guy boxing. It's just, I didn't make this into a Polaroid because of the shape, but I thought it was cute. This one too, super cute, but because of the shape, you know, I did all like the little square kind of rectangle ones. I made all those into Polaroids, just this last few that I was finishing up this week, but super cute. Look at this one. Isn't that adorable? And so these will be like, you know, I'll put them in a pocket probably in a journal, and then somebody can take these and do what they want with them as far as glue it down, right on here, right on the back, you know, use it as a journaling card, or you know, maybe I want to decorate it further or something. But super cute little pictures in that book. Here's Tarzan. He doesn't have very much on, but he's covered enough, right? Maybe that'll go in a Valentine journal. Romantic Tarzan photo. But yeah, most of all the pictures are pretty good in there. Once in a while there's one of like soldiers or something, but the thing of it is about that book, they're pages, so there's the pictures on this side of the page and pictures on that side of the page. So you can kind of pick your favorites and go with the side you like best, right? And that's kind of what I did when I cut these out. So that, two things, the photos were lunch break, the tags I worked on during TV time, and then of course I came in here and sewed them, did the last bit of sewing around and added the little topper. And then this was lunch break too, where I mentioned I took that one book to work, this one here, and some of the single pages, and I did let me show you what I did. I did something, I was kind of experimenting and having fun, like this one. Oh, this is from the longer landscape book, but this is the one I made at home and then I took as my template. This was my template. This is supposed to go into the book, into the journal. I already had it in there and I took it out as a template, so that'll go back in there. But here's all the ones from that book. So I did want to keep some upright, so I kind of looked at the page and just decided and figured out what I wanted to do while I was doing this on my lunch break. So these are two pages I put together, and I wanted to keep, there's a little scene here of a family having a picnic, and I didn't want to like put that, if I would have kept it whole and put it in a journal, it would have been kind of cut off, you know, and the baby's in the middle and would have been in the fold of the spine or something. So I kept it together like this, folded it, and joined it with another page, this page here. And see, it's two pages glued together right there. And so now you have, and this I loved too, this blue and yellow, whatever this is here, folding case of, oh, it's for your knitting noodles. Hold on, I'm cracking myself up. That should be a blooper, right? A vocal blooper on knitting needles, not noodles. Anyway, the page will go in, you know, it'll be bound here. And so the fold is right there. It's not covering up anything. And, you know, you can have this little family and not have them covered up and not have this pretty knitting needle case covered up. So, yeah, that was a long story on that one. Plus a little blooper there. Okay, and this one's similar. Pretty, these are kind of like sachets for your closet, I think. And I didn't want to have these cute little kids, you know, cut off in the middle of a spine. So again, I did the same thing here. This is actually that page that I want to keep together. So that'll be like, you know, here's where you bind it into the spine. And then this page, I had two scraps here that I thought looked good together. And this, so this was a scrap, and I put another scrap here. I, you know, turned them every which way. I decided which way I thought they looked best. So these are two pieces glued together, and you can't even tell. You almost can't even tell here, except for this text is going different ways. But I liked this. A lot of the pages had this extra special and a title, so I liked that title. On some of my scraps, I would cut off that top part to make the page smaller, and then here on the page, this side has the shoestring kind of title. So anyway, another page, and let's see. So this is just a page folded in half, so, you know, turned sideways. But I liked this crochet or whatever it is, whole pattern there. So I thought that looked nice, that even though it's sideways, I thought it looked nice. And then here's the other side. See that? Here's that title again that I liked. Little picture. So it would be like this. I thought that was really cute for a sideways page. This is another one with stitchery. But look, you get that whole pattern there. And it looks nice on its side. Again, you open it up and see all this stitchery and some fabric here. And just, you know, certain ones looked really cute sideways. This one I kept upright. This lady made some placemats. And so this one I wanted to keep all, I wanted to keep, you know, I didn't want her divided in half. So I kept it upright and made little flaps there. So this is a really cool little pattern. I know it's neutral, but I thought it was really pretty for a neutral page. And this was the end page in this book right here. So I kept it, you know, it's plain on the back, and I just thought it was a really pretty page. So you get the idea. Here's one. Here's some I didn't know how I wanted to fold them yet, so I kept them, you know, like this. I put two pages together. See, this guy, I didn't want to, if I put him in the middle of a journal, he could be just like that, folded in half, you know, and you see this half on one side of the signature, and then this half, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. I was trying to avoid that weirdness, and so I put two pages together here, and so I can decide how I want to put these in the end. As far as do I want to cut off some here, like I can still keep his head and cut off his shoulder if I wanted to, or I can just fold this over on both sides. And it had this pretty picture on the other side of the guy, this guy that's wearing this knitted sweater there. It had a pretty, some kind of a bag here, laundry bag or clothespin bag or something. And so yeah, certain things I didn't want to have chopped in half, I did like that. And this, I haven't even folded it or creased it here, because I just wanted to make sure of how I wanted to fold it in the end when I put it in a journal. And this one too, I did the same thing of these. This is just kind of stitchery and instructions here, but on the inside it had these pictures. This is a lady on the cover, and then this is another showing this knitted, you know, of this mother and baby and little girl, showing her knitted blanket there, baby blanket. So yeah, I didn't want to like cut them in half type of thing. So yeah, that's together. So I did that. Those I worked on my lunch break. Only one day I worked on this book where I took the pages out and did those pages. So now let's put this back in here. I almost have enough pages in here, and then I'm going to do some trims and, you know, add ephemera, and then this will be in my shop. But I really liked this page. It has little roosters and the colors, the burgundy kind of almost kind of a bright pink burgundy-ish color there on the chickens. So let's see where we might put this one. Can go anywhere really. There's a sewing pattern one there, cover, sewing pattern in the middle. I do want to put a couple of like ledger papers in here or something like that. There's so many papers I want to put in here. It's like, That's how we get alligator or elephant. What is it, alligator mouth? That's how we get alligator or elephant mouth, because we just have so many pretty papers we want to put in here, and it's hard. It's hard not to want, not to put them in here, because they're so cool. Okay, so there's that one, and then I was thinking last night I wanted another kind of colorful, if it were my journal, I would want another colorful paper in here. Like, I just pictured it. I wasn't in my craft room. I didn't have the journal with me working on it or anything in the other room. But I just was like picturing it, and I thought, I want some color in there. So I had gotten some scrapbook paper. This is paper, not cardstock, but I had gotten some out and laid it out here, so I could use it if I, needed some type of scrapbook paper. And so, I was kind of thinking about that during the night. I've talked about that before. I always kind of think about things and think of things during the night for some reason. I guess your mind is clear. You're not thinking about work, or, that you need to do the laundry or clean the windows. So you kind of get crafty ideas or something. I don't know how that happens. But anyway, I thought, I want some color. I want some pretty scrapbook paper of some kind in the middle. And I came in here, opened that scrapbook paper that I had got out, and there's I think it's all papery, but there was one, the cover has the colors, the burgundies on it. I thought, let me look at this one, and the first page was this right here, and I looked at the other pages and I was like, no, this is too perfect. I just like this color, and it has hearts on it, it's pretty. So yeah, I thought these journals, it has a little rip right here. Oh, that's not cool. How are we going to fix that? Let's see. So we have to cut some of this off or fold it up. The rip is right below where we would cut it. Okay, well that works out well. So we need to cut, and I need to cut it off here too. So let's go ahead and cut it to length. Like, I probably would have made a pocket with this, but I can still make a pocket with this. So maybe we'll do that. Or maybe we'll make it the pockets in a different way. I've been kind of like trying to get a little creative with my pockets and not just do fold up, which fold up pockets are fine. It's a good way to keep from making scraps, but those hearts would have been upside down. And if I wasn't planning on making pockets, I would kind of just fold this in. But I think I am going to make some little tuck spots or pockets. So let's, I need to cut this off a little bit here. And so, yeah, we'll put this page in, and then I'll come back with, trying to think if there's anything else I want to show you here before I end this video, but we'll put this page in. Oh, I made another tag here out of the cover, or I made a couple things out of the cover of that other paper pad I was using to make the postalettes. Just grabbing your tissue here. I turn my heater on if you hear the little whirring of the air. I kept coming in and out of here, and it was chilly, so I just turned it on. But yeah, this is made from that cover of that paper pad, a little tag with all the samples that were in that paper pad. And these were extra pieces that I cut out that were kind of, I had to cut out around some words and things, so these are pieces that were also cut out of that cover. I think I thought I made some ephemera out of, maybe I just planned on making some ephemera out of, here's a scrap from that one cardstock piece that I covered with, this was off the bottom. I covered the whole 12 by 12 and then cut out the page, and this was a scrap from the bottom, so it's already got this tissue. This is pattern instruction paper, and so I can cut this into journal cards or tags really easily. Here's another piece here that I cut off of that off the side. See, it's that same cardstock, and I've got some other scraps here. I've got some other patterns I picked off. Like I said, I just opened the drawer where I have them pulled like some out. Here's some others I pulled out that I wouldn't mind to making into journals after this one. And in the next video, or not the next video, but after I finish this one and get it in my shop and everything, I will start on these, but just to show you some of the other patterns here. Simplicity. All of these I've picked up at, I'm trying to think of, I think I've picked up most of my patterns at, well, I picked up a lot at estate sales, and then there was one shop I went to, and I told my husband I wanted to go back there, like we haven't been there in a few years, or a couple years, and it's in a location where we don't normally go, and it's kind of about an hour away, or hour or so away. It's like we pass it on our way out of town to go on trips and things, certain when we go a certain direction. I was like, I want to go to that shop, you know, that's where I got some patterns, some really nice patterns. He's like, oh, that's not there anymore, that closed. I'm like, oh, darn it, they had some cool stuff there. I got quite a few cool things there. So anyway, these are some patterns that I picked out just right off the top of my pattern stash. Trying not to be any particular picky type of choosing. So okay, we're putting this little page that we just made in here. So we've got color. We've got rulers. Oh, I did sew the pockets with some of that in here with some of that thread. So we've got a sewing page here. Wallpaper. I know. I just put two sewing pages together, so we need something in between those. So let's put that there. Now let's take our little scraps here and make a couple of somethings, little tuck spots or something. So we can easily make one of these little flip-up pockets here. Let's see. This is going to be kind of big, but let's see if we can fit it onto this page. And I like to do this on pages, especially where it's just white on the back, you know, and then you make a little pocket or something and you have some color. There's some color back there, right? On the other side, on the white side. So it's just a really easy way to, break up the white of a page if you don't like that. If you like an open white page, then just leave it. But if you don't, a good way to break it up is a little pocket like this. There we go. That would be perfect. Let's see. Let me see which way we want it. I'm trying to see which direction the hearts are going in here. That way they're sideways, and this way, oh, this way they're upright. Okay. That's what I was trying to see if I could get them upright. So we'll put them on this side, and then the hearts will be upright. So we'll just glue this down. I'll just use a light amount of glue on here. And this will be a tuck spot, and then it'll be like a hidden little private journaling area too. Let's see if we can get this on here. Oops, that's where my tear is. Oh, that worked out perfect. Look, that's where the tear is, and that's going to be glued down. That is, I didn't even pay attention to where it was when I cut it, but that's where the tear is. And it's going to be glued down now, so it's like perfect. We still used it. Still able to use it. We didn't even cut off that. I was thinking I was going to have to cut it off, but see, I'm just gluing it right down. It's like we fixed it. Didn't waste any paper. Very good. Very good. I'm happy about that. See, look. We glued it back together. Isn't that cool? Okay. Try not to use too much glue there because this is paper, not cardstock, and I don't want to make it wrinkle or anything. Yeah, so after this video, I think I'm going to run to it's early in the morning. I'm going to run to, because I had to wait until they opened. I just got up and did things. Cleaned up my kitchen, got dressed. I got my groceries delivered, put those away, got organized for lunch. When my family comes over this afternoon, family day. Saturday is family day. We have lunch and play games or something. And now I'm going to run to the thrift store. Okay, so that's the tuck spot, like cute, right? And let's see if we want to do something over here with the other scrap. Let's see now, just off the top of my head, what do I want to do with this? I have this left, or I have other things here. I have, let's see, oh, you know what I have? I have this wallpaper border I got out that matches the wallpaper. See, this, I have a wallpaper book, and it has the wallpaper, like the sample that you would put on the wall, and then in front of it, it has a border. Like if you want to use a border, it has a sample of the border that goes with it. So anyway, we can make a little pocket or something out of this. Kind of like this side, see? Okay, so we're going to cut. I'm going to cut this to go. This is not even. Let me even this up. I've got a little jaggedy edge here. Because I want to try to cut this exactly as it will go on here. So that's nice, and I think it's straight. And then we're going to cut. Yeah, that'll look cute there, and add color to this side. Do I have a pencil? Well, let me just get my scissors here. A little snip about right. I don't want it right up into the fold because I don't want it to add any bulk there to when the page folds, or when I try to bind it in and all that. I don't want anything in the way, so it's right just past the edge there. So I'm going to cut right there. That's hard to see, that little where I snipped it. Alright, let me see if I got it on the right place. Yeah, it's hard to see. It's like it just goes right back together. Okay. Plus it's a little hard to cut the way I have it. Okay, I got a scrap here. I need to get out of the way. Alright, so here's another little scrap from that we'll use somewhere. I don't know if we'll use it in this journal, but this is going to be a little pocket tuck spot here. Let me see if I have it cut straight, so when I glue it down it's going to... Okay, so I think this side is straight, but this side I don't think is quite straight. Let me put it in like this. I know you might not be able to... Can you see over here? Let me bring this down. I turned it upside down so I could put the straight edge on my stop there and cut this other edge in a straight line so it's more even with this edge here. I hope that's what's happening. Anyway, looks pretty. Oh yeah, it is a little. See, it's wider here than and skinnier down here. All right. Yeah. Now it lines up. There we go. Okay, and then we can use a little bit of art glitter glue here. And of course, this is nice. You know, wallpaper is thick, so it's really kind of nice to use. It's flexible. You can fold it into a page, and it's thick also, so it's nice and sturdy. You don't have to worry about backing it or anything. All right. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, I had got this out at the same time I got the wallpaper out. I knew I wanted to do something with it, and here we go. This is what we're doing. So I think I have, like I said, I want to look through, I think, some ledger paper. Oops, I am not doing that right. Sheree, good grief. Get it together. Alright. There we go. Now I got it right. Yeah, ledger paper or whatever kind of writing paper. I want to put a few of those papers in here, and make sure I have. I mean, there's plenty of writing room, especially if you want to if you like to make writing spots on top of, you know, these type of papers. But you know, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many things I would like to put in here besides ledger paper. Maybe a card, maybe a paper bag, maybe an envelope. Just so many things. It's hard to get it all in. But because you don't want to make it too, you know, you don't want to put too many things in, and then the person that gets it, it's like, oh, it's already so thick. How am I ever going to get all my stuff in here, type of thing. So anyway, we are going to continue with this, and I probably will have some ephemera making videos of using up some of the pattern paper and the tissue paper. I had to order some new permanent glue sticks, because I do like to glue the tissue paper down, and even the pattern instruction, and even the pattern down with, oh, that's what I need to show you. Let's see, where are those? I have some paper dolls, if I can find them real quick. Let me see. But yeah, I like to glue them down with a glue stick, like the permanent glue stick. Let me see if I can find these paper dolls I made. Because it's nice and smooth. You can see it doesn't warp or make bubbles like maybe a wet glue might, like Mod Podge or even art glitter glue or even Fabri-Tac. So I was just worried to use any of those glues because I didn't want to ruin my pattern, and I did. Well, I don't know where they are. Huh. Maybe they're in the back of me. I don't see them here in my pile of goodies, scraps, and things. And I don't see them behind me. Well, I'll find them for the next video and show you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the new project. I have this. Oh, I didn't show you this. My this is washi tape that I got at Walmart. They had it at back to school time. In case you want to look for it and they don't have it now. But it's washi tape and it's like a measuring tape. And I discovered it at back to school time at Walmart, and it's so cool. So I got a couple, and there is a lot on there too. It was only like $1.99 or something like that. So I thought that was pretty good. I would still use glue on it if you have it or if you get it. I would still use glue on the back of it, but still really cute for any type of journal, really. So thank you for watching today. I hope you are enjoying the new project, and I can't wait to. I really can't wait to get it done. Like I said, I'm going to do the next one from start on the cover to show you how I did the cover. I just didn't know how I wanted to do this one, so I kind of just got started and did it so I could figure out what I wanted to do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.